just chill with the locals. Nice bit of shade. This road is insane. Oh man, I'm loving this. Yoo-hoo! Hey, good morning guys. We're in Tokushima Prefecture and it's a beautiful day. It's kind of a tough time, to leave my wife and my my puppy Suna. We just lost our dog Reef, just passed away a few days ago. She's been on my mind heavy. Alright, let's see if I can get this bike out of here without getting stuck. Man, look at that, the cherry blossoms. Oh, gorgeous. It's a beautiful bridge. Let's have a look at the view. Look at that, the river. Wow. What a way to start it up. It's no secret why Tokushima isn't a tourist hub. When you look on the map, there's not really any point of interest. But look at it from a rider's perspective, and that's when it comes alive. Holy hell. What a road. Slow going, but man, it's fun. And things like that too. So that's a rental car. Just brought themselves as close as possible to the edge there. No, they didn't. They took themselves right to the center of the road. Oh yeah, this is getting kind of technical now. Beautiful though. Look at that. Far out. What a spot. This is Route 32. It is awesome. Oh, we got a waterfall. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna stop and look at the waterfall. How often do you get a beautiful waterfall right next to the road? Look at this. Oh, I have to pass the sign. The sign's a little ugly. Man, would you look at that? It's like, what a spot, man. Just Tokushima, already bringing the goods. This road is something else, man. It's so technical. So you got these mirrors on all these kind of roads in Japan. So any kind of blind corner road, they put up on these big mirrors, and that way you can kind of see what's coming around the bend. If you're out here riding, definitely look out for those mirrors. You see one right there? Watch that rock. So I can see, okay, there's nothing coming. Sweet. I can make that corner a little less tension. The road tore on like this for another hour. I was starting to get exhausted. And then I saw the statue that Tokushima is pretty famous for. So this is the statue of the peeing boy. That's why we came up here. This is this kid peeing off a rock. Ironically, I really want to take a pee too, so I'm like tempted to jump out there, but there's a big sign saying not to do that. This place is amazing. This is the Iya Valley. I mean, just look at this place, far out. Man, all the way down there is the river. That's such a long way down, dude. You lose it here, that's game over.
Ah, 違います。宮崎でも今全日本旅中で。
す
私このバイク取らせて。
あ、どうぞどうぞどうぞ。これ本当に。
どうですか。だって YouTube で見てみればいい。YouTube でそれで見てみます私。わ。
お二人の写真撮りますか？
いいよ。ずっと旅してるの？
そうですね。これからもうずっと1軒ずつで47軒まで、だから北海道まで行きます。ありがとうございます。よいよい旅をありがとうございます。Alright, meet the nicest people on a Harley. Super nice.
My next stop was this funky looking vine bridge. I'd only seen photos, but it looked worthwhile checking out. That meant I had to keep riding down Route 32, which was awesome. But I was kind of smoked from the ride in already.
I'm gonna sneeze again. I'm gonna sneeze, shift gear, and take a corner at the same time. That was wild. You know, this next spot I wanted to check out should be just over here. All right, let's go check out this Vine Bridge place. Looks like a super tourist spot. It's the Vine Bridge down there. Look at that. Vine Bridge. Very cool. Very cool. It's a lot of people, folks. This country boy's having trouble with the crowds. Whew. But beautiful, cool spot. Check off the bucket list. Things to see in Tokushima. Now I want to go check out that Scarecrow Village.
I followed the valley road into Nagoro, a quiet mountain village where the population faded, and in its place, scarecrows appeared, built by the remaining residents to hold on to something human and keep the loneliness at bay.
That's crazy. Just chill with the locals. Nice bit of shade, cool breeze off the river. You know, one thing that's jumping out to me as well is that a lot of these characters are young. Because I guess that's the first thing to go, right? You know, the young families move out, move on, and then finally the elderly folks are left, and then there's no one here after that. So you can see that must have been a really hard thing to watch and witness. The town just sort of fail. You know, it's even more wild. It's just such a beautiful spot. You know, you got mountains on both sides, this beautiful valley, gorgeous looking river down here. It just turned into a ghost town. I think what we're going to do now is make a shot for the coast. So we're going to go for a bit of a ride. I got to get some fuel, make a shot for the coast, and start looking for places to stay for the night. Should be fun. I have no idea where I'm going to stay tonight, but we'll find something. Let's go. Yoo-hoo!
A quick look at Google Maps showed that the road ahead was closed. I didn't really want to go backtracking. But I had another problem. I was getting low on fuel and it looked like I was heading into the middle of nowhere. What to do? If I risked riding ahead and ran out of fuel, I was in big trouble.
Well, it's telling me to go that way.
Screw it. Let's just do it.
Oh, hang on. I might be able to ask these people. Let's ask real quick. Sumimasen. この辺で住まいですか？この辺で住まいですか？この道はまっすぐで空いてます？
通行止めはなっとるけど通れんことはない。この月いっぱい全面通行止めになっとるんですけど、はい、何かあっても。
なるほど。ボロボロ道？普通の。
いや、細々。
オッケー。
だけど、雪降るの場合は全面通行止めになっとるんよ。3月いっぱいまで。なるほど。けど、通れば通れるけん。はい、何かあって、でも一切責任は持てません。違っちゃけど。
了解です。ありがとうございます。助かりました。We'll try stretch my fuel dollar a little longer. This is not the kind of place where I particularly want to run out of fuel. Tokushima is just, I mean, it's stunning. Look at that. It's just stunning. But it's so, it just feels so remote. Even though there's stuff there, it just feels like it's just empty. But I think we're gonna call day 1 mountains. Day 2 will be the coast. And day 3 will be the city. You know, it's a weird thing in Japan too. The country's so built up, so much infrastructure that you just don't always think about things like your fuel. You know, you're always, it's like a convenience store, you know, like I won't take a bottle of water, I'll just stop at the next convenience store. Like I rode past a bunch of Bowsers today and I was just like, yeah, I'll be right, I'll fill up a little bit further down the road. And so that's kind of put me in this predicament.
The road began to rise. It got narrow and rough. Corner after corner, I kept staring at my fuel gauge. It didn't look like there was anything up here. I was starting to get a bit worried. On top of that, I wasn't sure if the road would be open all the way through. The old man was nice, but didn't fill me with too much confidence.
This is just wild, man.
While taking a break to admire the view, I met a hiker from France named Simon, out of nowhere. He was a super cool dude, just taking a stroll. But he had some bad news for me. He told me that the road he crossed this morning was closed.
Fancy meeting a man from France, Simon from France, on this road, which I thought was closed. All right, safe travels. Enjoy it. But, I mean, what a space. Why is it always the moment you put your helmet back on and you've got a road like this in front of you, that's when your nose decides to be crazy itchy. It's just crazy. It's so beautiful. Far out. What a place.
All right, so a little bit of an update. So I stopped for a break and just checked Google Maps to check the route, how long I had to go, and it turns out a big section of the road I want to hit that takes me down through the mountains across this range is closed for another 5 days.
Okay, so we've got a new plan. The joys of road tripping. All right, so the new plan is I found a campsite. It's a free campsite. It looks pretty cool. You can't make reservations, so if you turn up and it's full, then it's full. That happens. Shit happens. You're out of luck. So I'm going to head there. It's about an hour and 7 minutes ride from here. Hopefully we'll find a convenience store or something on the way just to grab something to munch on tonight, and we'll pull up there tonight. So that's the plan.
I think we're almost to the end now. Not too much longer. I see the road kind of looking a bit straighter. Hopefully that leads into a town with a gas pump. There it is. Oh, no way, it's closed. Ah, shit. Fuck, okay. So now I've got a problem.
Ah, 空いてますか？めっちゃ助かります。もうギリギリです。すいません。
どこの単車やの？
これハーレー・デイビッドソン。
僕いらんねやけどな。単車の人とかが多いよ。
もう本当に助かりました。
The man told me that he'd recently filled the tanks and almost couldn't afford it. He was probably going to have to shut down. He then went ahead and apologized to me for the price being so high. I couldn't believe it. It broke my heart to think that this amazing man would have to lose his business because some politicians were out trying to put more money in their pockets overseas. It was sickening.
ありがとうございます。すいません。
Now I had a full tank of gas. All I had to do was get to my campsite and take a rest. I was absolutely spent from that ride.
All right, so we've got a campsite. While it isn't ideal, it's a bit rocky ground and stuff, it is idyllic. So, yeah, pretty stoked with it. All right, so everything's all packed up now. Time to hit the road for day 2 in Tokushima. Having that mountain road closed just completely threw my whole plans out. So I really want to see the coast. So I'm going to head down, try to get on a coast road, do a bit of coast riding today, and then see what we can find. It's going to be just a little bit of a whatever we find along the way kind of day. There's a couple of things I want to see in the city, but I'll save that for tomorrow. And I think I found a cool campsite by the ocean today. So we'll see if we can get that. Phew, let's do it. Check us out. There's a little character that one of the fans of the channel left me in Ehime pickup. And basically this little guy brings nice weather. So it's living in my pocket. Good job. ハーレー・デイビッドソン。そう、ハーレー・デイビッドソンです。
知らない。
そう、最近の去年出ました。新しい方。そう今、全日本旅中で、このバイクで。1250。でも、珍しくて、リクイッドクールだから早い。
私、川崎のファン。
ああ、川崎大好きです。どちらになってる？
いや、
あ、そう。あ、
I was な。
川崎で？あ、すごい。うちの。はい、ありがとうございます。良い一日を。Alright, that was a nice meeting.
I spotted this cool looking waterfall with some sort of shrine attached to it. I want to go there first. Check that out. Look at this place.
I think these are like ragweed or something. I think that's also getting into me a bit. So nasal today. You guys must be loving it. Oh, there's the waterfall. Okay, cool. Alright, so I forgot to plug my helmet camera in, so you guys didn't see the ride in here. But what a place. Check this out. It's this beautiful shrine, just surrounded with cherry blossoms. And there's a waterfall back there. Let's go have a look. I gotta ring that bell. This is one of the really cool things in Japan. If you get out of all the cities and get out of all the known tourist zones, find places like this, just super cool, super authentic, and no one's here. Just enjoy it. It's beautiful. Highly recommend it, guys. Another thing I highly recommend is this Pan America ST.
After yesterday's brutal ride through the mountains, I really wanted to see the ocean. I found this route on the map called Route 26. It looked insane. I made a beeline for that and figured that would be my day. Let's go.
We might be getting a view here. Slow down, just see. Oh yeah. That's the ocean out there. Oh man. Okay, blind corners everywhere. Let's get after it. Yoo-hoo! If you're like a fan of my channel for these kind of roads that I tend to ride, and you want to come here and just like get lost in this kind of roads, come to Tokushima. That's all there is. Oh man. No words, guys. Just no words. It's just so beautiful. Man, if you get a chance, get down to a Harley dealer and just try one of these bikes. Go for a test ride. Trust me. This thing is unreal. That was just that was just so awesome. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, I love this bike.
Tokushima had given me a lot, not in places, but in the ride. And now it was time to make camp.
Maybe this is it here. But maybe it's not windy right here. I'm just gonna set up camp and just chill. It's been a crazy day.
By the third morning in Tokushima, the road had caught up with me. I'd barely slept. My mind kept drifting back to my dog Reef. 17 years and then suddenly gone. was also my wedding anniversary, and being out here alone felt a little heavier than usual. So I changed the plan. I made my way to Rosenji Temple, the first stop on the Shikoku pilgrimage. Not really looking for answers, just a moment to pause. With the storm rolling in, I decided to leave the road early, find a place for the night, and reset. Because this journey wasn't over yet.